Hey everybody, this is SK again. In our last episode, we did manage to take down the rest of Tradnor, because that's apparently a rhyme now. Since then, I've basically tried to consolidate my people so I can go ahead and take out the rest of Bozak, and I've started making a push towards both Highland and whatchamacallit Duber thingy, Tristan over here at the same time, which is probably a stupid tactical mistake, but sure, what the hell, why not? All in the name of entertainment. Let me see. I know I did get some extra generals. Oh, and check this out. Look at that. I own something like 2/3 of the map right now, within... what time is it? 4 months? That's nice. So let me go ahead and do a nice little, check here to see if I have anybody with no troops. Oh, by the way, I did get Scar. For some reason, for some extraordinarily unfathomable reason, I got Scar, and I don't even... Basically, I don't even. It just, I'm not questioning it, just I'll go with it. I'll roll with it. Sure, that's fine, but hey, that means I have Harpies now, so I can fight fire with proverbial fire. And in comes the... I don't want to use the word difficulty, but in comes the fun part of the whole Dragon Force management, in that I now have more generals than I know what to do with. I remember vaguely reading a comment. I'm not sure if it was in one of my videos, or if it was something like a, not a Reddit. Somewhere. I think it's like the GameFAQs forum or something again, because apparently GameFAQs is probably the only relevant place that has, like, Dragon Force information at this point, which is kind of saddening, really, because this game deserves a lot better than a subboard there. But, I remember vaguely reading about some kind of, proverbial challenge mode in which, people, they basically handicap themselves to make the game more difficult, which is actually... I'm not going to say that that's what I'm doing right now, but I am trying to play... Whoops. I have my mouse cursor on here. I'm a horrible human being. But I am trying to be more aggressive than I would be normally, because at this point I'm playing it safe. It's already a foregone conclusion that I'm going to win. Not to sound cocky, because I've gotten my ass kicked on more than one occasion, but it's not... I want to try to make this quick and entertaining and something that people actually want to watch, so... I'm trying to make this more fun for myself as well as it is more fun for you guys to watch. Excuse me. Ooh. Oh. I am terribly sorry for that. Ooh, I had no idea where that came from. Maybe I swallowed a hairball. I wouldn't be all that surprised. Okay. I honestly kind of forgot that this group was going to be attacking me about 15 seconds after I mentioned that it was going to be attacking me, so yeah. And most of them don't have anybody, so that's problematic, slightly. So, I mean, they only have 4 people, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Lyria. I think she has the Holy Shield thing, because that's what all priests have. And this way I can go ahead and hopefully capture at least a few of these guys so I can take down Bozak while working on Highland. But I'm trying not to move too many of my forces down here, because it's going to be counterintuitive to my overall design, as it were. And I'm trying to... that sounds a lot nerdier, a lot more heady than it rightfully has any right to sound. English. Holy Shield. Correct. That is the correct course of action. Okie dokie. Let me go ahead... okay. Move back. And... no. Stand by. And Holy Shield. Watch this shit go. If I have anybody... well, that is to say, if he has anybody left, they're going to be completely decimated by what's left of my mages. And Lyria, at that matter. Got 1 left. Come on, there you go. Not even a bit of damage. Good job, Lyria. That habit does a great deal of good for you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts me right in the feels, man. And the spleen and kidneys and all other areas that you just punctured with those really nasty-looking Wolverine-looking claw things going on. But I guess that's... then them's the breaks, I suppose? I don't know. But I really kind of wish that they would have something a little bit more offensive. But that's just me being lazy and short-sighted. And speaking of lazy and short-sighted, how's this OBS thing working out for you guys? I actually did just recently do a little test where I had both OBS and Fraps running at the same time, just to see if there was any sort of, any kind of visual quality difference. And while I've noticed that OBS it has a weird little issue where it'll kind of clip off the first half second to a second of a video and then basically do the same thing for the end as well, which maybe have something to do with the particular encoding nature of it or whatnot. I don't really know. I'm not very technical, but all things told, listening to them side by side, visual quality, sound quality, it is actually pretty damn close to what Fraps actually looks like, completely lossless. Now, granted, Fraps does have, again, 100% lossless quality, which is kind of, you know, good cavalry. Okay, I thought I had one in here somewhere. You know, Fraps does have lossless quality, which is kind of the point. It's supposed to be the most raw of raw footage that you can get, so that way you can edit and encode as you see fit, whereas OBS, once it's encoded, that's it. You know, I mean, you can go back in Vegas or, Adobe Premiere or, Virtual Dub or whatever your, editing method of choice may happen to. Bastard. You suck. Anyway, it can be whatever your encoding method of choice is, but for the most part, trying to re-encode something that's already been encoded is just going to lower the quality. It may not have a huge visual impact, but it will invariably have some kind of impact in some form or another. However, if you're doing something like this, where you're not going to be doing a lot of editing, where you're just going to be doing a straight shot and then putting it up, I have noticed that OBS is, at least for my money, superior to what... Well, maybe not superior, that's an incorrect term. It is more convenient for me, because this way I can just record my stuff, it's already encoded, and it's actually encoded at a decent bit rate and a decent file size, so I can go ahead and just put it up and worry about putting out more content, which was really the big bottleneck when I was doing the last campaign for this, because after every Fraps recording, and I think I was still doing this when I had the version where Fraps would stop at every 4 gigabytes and then create new files. So if I had a 20 or 30 minute long video, it may be split into like 4 or 5 different 4 gigabyte sections, which I would then have to string together via Sony Vegas, and I would have to encode it and then try to figure out how to make that small. And I mean, bear in mind, if you're doing a single 20-30 minute video, even without that 4 gigabyte limit right there, you're getting, 20 minute long video that's going to be in the neighborhood of like 30 or 40 gigabytes. Completely lossless. Granted, it is lossless, which means you can do whatever you want with it, quite literally, but if you gotta chain together a lot of episodes in one sitting, like I have to do for myself because my time is unfortunately limited, and just to pull the veil back here, as it were, I do actually do a lot of these in a single sitting. For instance, I've done the last, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did 6 through 12, I think, last night. And today I'm probably going to be doing several more because this is the last day of my vacation and I want to try to get as much through this campaign as possible before I get sucked back into the void that is full-time job and other sorts of responsibilities. So I do these in very large batches, and having the ability to just be able to pump it out, I kind of felt dirty saying that, which is why I didn't say it at first. Having the ability to just put all of these out at once and then just having to worry about only uploading them rather than having to encode them. And render time is another big one. I mean, my computer is not the absolute... Did she just hit him with her ass? That's just uncalled for. But anyway, back on point. Having to render, which is another extremely time-consuming thing. I mean, my computer is not terrible by any stretch of the means. I mean, it's not the absolute best on the market, but it's not terrible. However, if you're going to be doing any kind of like major video recording, rendering thing, there are a few, I don't want to say accessories, but there are a few PC components that you're probably going to want specifically for video encoding, because it's so CPU intensive. It is so CPU intensive that if you do absolutely anything at all, even if you do nothing at all, encoding a 30-minute video at a decent, at 720p at a decent bit rate, at a decent size and a decent sound quality and all of that, that can take, at least with my computer, it can probably take, upwards of 40-45 minutes sometimes. Sometimes it can take 30 minutes. I mean, it really kind of, I don't know, it depends on whether or not my computer was to listen to me. I can't even explain it fully. I will be watching here. Why don't you go? No, screw you. Get your ass in there, Ural. You have dragons. What are you worrying about? But anyway, it can take, I mean, bare minimum, just bare, you know, second for second, even if I manage to encode at the same rate that, you know, at a 1-to-1 ratio, a 30-minute video would take 30 minutes to encode, which means doing absolutely nothing else, a 30-minute video takes 30 minutes to encode, which means for a half hour, I can't do anything on this. Excuse me, I think I'm coming down with hairball-itis. For 30 minutes, you're going to be doing absolutely nothing while you're waiting for this video to encode, because trying to do anything while encoding is just going to take more time away from the CPU, which is going to make things much, much more difficult, and it's going to make it take longer, which means it's going to take much longer for... How is he... Oh, Shazbot. How is that happening? Oh, because I have a gigantic hole in between. I'm not going to finish that. Why are you going over there? What are you doing? You silly, silly trident. Why in the... You were dumb. You were straight, stupid, outright, derpy derpiness. Now get over there, kill my men, because I might just die. Maybe this is why Uriel did not want to do this. Maybe, kinda, sorta. Maybe. Kinda. But anyway, back on point, which actually has nothing to do with the game itself, but for pure speed purposes, basically, long story short, Fraps is a really, really great recording utility. It truly is. But for something like this where you have to pump out content quickly at a decent frame rate that's already encoded that I can just do and put up, holy balls, that hurts. So let me go ahead and resurrect, please. Pliss. Nerf Pliss. Thank you. Thix. Nerf Pliss Thix. K-Thix. But, you know, I completely lost my train of thought. I mean, Fraps is the recording utility, but for something like this where I kind of value speed over, you know, the raw capabilities of Fraps, something like this is pretty much ideal. And save for the occasional flickering of the screen, because apparently this, I guess the resolution on Dragon Force 1 changes at random, and I couldn't freaking tell you why. But aside from that, this seems to be, at least for me, the superior method of doing stuff like this, so that way, like that for instance, that happens on this where it doesn't happen with Fraps, because it actually seems to alter the actual file size itself. The problem is, that also leads to it having this gigantic black bar along the bottom that I have to, like, resize and reshape and all that crap, which, you know, but it's basically something that OBS, you know, natively does. I can change the window size and resolution size to just make it 720p and not have to worry about anything. So the price you have to pay for that, occasionally flickering and showing up, you know, I'm willing to pay for that. You know what I mean? I can deal with that. I can handle that little bit of a inconvenience if it means that I can just get the stuff out faster, more efficiently, get things out for all of you guys, so that way you're not wondering why I dropped off the face of the earth and shit like that, and actually try to make and focus more on making an entertaining product, as it were. Damn, that came quickly. Okay. That's what she said? No, I don't think that's what she said, actually, now that I think about it. Why would I dare say that? I'm a silly person. Okay. I need to start making... Okay. Uh-oh. I did not notice that was up there. Ah, shit. Okay. Now, okay, they're not that bad. One thing I've noticed that I kind of didn't really touch on... that I didn't really mention earlier in the campaign is that one of the reasons Fandaria is more difficult is, as I'm sure you guys have already noticed, that you actually start at a much higher level than all of the other campaigns. Like, for instance, Junin, Wine, Tyrus' scenario, you know, most of the 6 starting areas, in fact, I think all of the 6 starting areas, and possibly Tradnor as well, all start at, you know, their general is level 3, you may have 1 or 2 people that's level 2, and then you have a single, you know, a few people who are level 1. In Fandaria's campaign, you start at level 6, 7, 8, and 9, so a lot of the generals that would normally just have Sonic Boom or 10 soldiers or stuff like that now have like 30 or 40 soldiers, Sonic Wave, Hyperstorm, a lot of far more powerful abilities that can be a lot more difficult to use in the early game when you're still just trying to get a foothold. which makes it inherently more difficult, and I kind of appreciate that. But again, this is one of those things where I kind of wish that there was a, maybe not a mod, I don't think that's the right word, but I do wish that there was some kind of, like I said, I wish there was a difficulty setting of some kind, so that way I could, oh, really? Really? Okay. You can go ahead and do that, scumlords. Resurrect, because I'm already starting to hurt, actually. I mean, in the metaphysical sense, not the actual physical sense, because that would mean that I should be going to see a doctor. But I'm going to advance you guys, because I can. And basically trying to focus on the game here a little bit more, because the last time I stopped doing this, I kind of lost, and I didn't like that very much. But anyway, cheesecake is good. I can't think of anything else to say off the top of my head. I know there was a conversational topic I was on just a moment ago, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what it is. I'm sure I'll remember it in... Well, I guess there is no post. That's the whole OBS conversation I have. I can just go ahead and upload it and rename it, and woohoo! It's very plug and play, and I'm okay with plug and play because I'm a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal. Excuse me, my throat's starting to get really kind of weird with the huskiness. So let me go ahead and take a sip of my drink, which is beautiful, sparkling, bubbly water. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be sparkling and bubbling, but sure, why not? I'll go with it. Excuse me. Much better. What did I do? Oh god. What did I do? Oh, I just turned on my headset. Got it. Alright. I was about to have a little minor freakout session right there. I didn't, because I'm not 7. But, well, hell, not being 7 hasn't stopped me from doing it anyway, so... Ooh. I did not realize you had that spell, so let me make sure to keep them very far away from you then. Thank you for doing that, Fern. You just made my job innumerably easier. Innumerably. English. Really? It's gonna be that one? Whatever. Okay, she retreated, gets the job done. Gets the job done. It's a me, Mario. It's a me, SK. I swear I am not being a racist. Anyway. Scar, I'll make use of you. I think. This is kind of funny. But sure, why not? Scar is such a bastard. I mean, he's useful, but he's a bastard. He was one of my favorites to use, but he also had a tendency to, like, randomly defect to random. Rada. He would defect to other countries after I stopped using him for a while, so he's basically maybe not on the same level as Bastion, but he's kind of annoying sometimes because he's kind of more high maintenance because as one of the starting generals, he's still kind of like, you don't love me enough, I'm going to go to another kingdom because the princess is in their castle or something. I don't know. I really tried to squeeze a Mario reference in there and it didn't happen. So, screw it. Ooh, Sonic Blast. I'll do Cross Flash because Sonic Blast, while pretty, is completely and utterly useless at this point because he literally has 0 soldiers left. It would be a poor use of resource management, let's just put it that way. Drink time! That was quick. That's what she said. That's where that joke comes in. Whee! I'm smart and crude, like a 12-year-old should be. Excuse me, again, I apologize. Bishop. Ooh, what is that? What is Holy Blast? Oh, that's what Gold Arc has. That's where it shoots things in the middle. Well, you know, I asked to have a more offensive spell. I guess that's what I get. It's what I get for asking. Herp-a-derp-a-derp. Okay. How the balls is this gonna work? Monk, Archer, Soldier. Yeah. Alright, so... Wait, what the hell is up with Tiris? What does she have? 3 generals. Holy shit! Holy balls! I'm gonna let those two fight it out for a while. I'm just gonna go ahead and focus down here for a sec. Because I forgot that this was down here. I swear to you, I know what the hell I'm doing. And I have a plan. Excusez-moi. Pardonnez-moi. I don't know if that's any kind of like proper King's English, which is actually supposed to be French, but let's not think about that. They call, I'll send you out to the front, because even though you're pissing me off with you whining, I need to be, you know, recognized for my achievements and, you know, doing glory for my country, yada, 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 you whiny little bastard. I'm gonna send you out to the front, make you useful. Nelson, deploy you. Yeah. No. Bad. Buttons. Even though that's technically my fault, let's not think about that. Are you Goldark? You are Goldark. Alright. So I'm gonna focus them towards wine. Recruit? Wow, I have nobody in here at all, do I? Alright. Of course, they're all nameless people except for Milishea, who I just went ahead and got. So I'm gonna go ahead and deploy her. Thank you. Bring you down here. I'm just gonna go ahead and push the hell out of that, if at all possible. Man, what is up with my voice today? This is not kosher at all. It's the exact opposite of kosher, actually. What is the exact opposite of kosher? Not kosher? Does that mean like bad? Is there a word for that? Kvetch and things. Wow, I have a lot of people over here. I kind of forgot about that. Well, hell, may as well make use out of it. 4 generals. I need fodder. Maybe not fodder. Fodder is not the PC terminology for which I should be using. What I need is someone to watch over me. Whoever the hell sang that .jpg. That's... What the hell is his name? I know his name. He's the guy who sang We Didn't Start the Fire, right? It's always burning since the world's been turning. Please don't sue me. Bob Ford. Whatever the hell your name is, yeah. I need Rift to actually attack them because they have harpies. That makes me smile every time. It shouldn't, but it does. Wait a minute, what does they have? God, English. Oh, he has like 1 soldier. He's fine. So let me go ahead. Just deploy the shit out of all of you. Ardor, Viper, Hagain, and Piper. Yes. You guys move over here. Castle, deploy. Riff, Crawford. Zach, why not? You're meaningless to me. You're gonna go ahead and move over here. I'm gonna wait for some reinforcements here from Goldark before I make any sort of... Hey, I got exactly the amount of men that I need! Score! I'm gonna wait for a few reinforcements over there before I really start to bring the proverbial pain. Excuse me. 'Tis the season. Fa la 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 la. Cavalry aren't really all that good right now anyway, so I don't have to worry about them. Wait, why did I do that? In fact, cavalry aren't really useful, so let me go ahead and release them. Give them to Sliver, who at least is going to have some measure of usefulness in here. Amusingly enough. Okay, do I have 8 men enough? No. Yes? Yes. Okay, good. Drop you up. Drop you up. Jesus, English. I swear to God, I can speak it. I promise you. No, I didn't even need to. Well, shit. Okay. Sure, why not? Pfeiffer, you can stay there. No, don't take captives. Yes, attack here. Yes, fully expect to get your shit rocked by the remaining generals over here. Oh, who are you? Beast, beast, soldier, soldier, and samurai. Beast, soldier, samurai, samurai, I guess is actually the more accurate interpretation of such forces, because, you know, it actually freaking says it on the screen what they are. Derpy derpy do. This might make sieging that one castle a little more difficult, but I don't foresee too much of a difficulty. I think I'm going to give Ural some love here, like a lot of love here, because she's going to have perhaps not endless troops. Oh my god, what am I thinking? Oh my god, what am I thinking? The one guy who has samurai. The one freaking guy that has samurai. I picked the person that has dragons. Oh god. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Because there is quite literally 0 point in doing this fight. I mean, literally 0 point. I'm going to lose. There's no way. Even if he has 20 versus my 50, those 20 will tear through me like butter. So I'm going to pretend I didn't do that. I'm just going to bow out of that one in particular. And I'm going to use some of my 80... No... I'll use my mages. That's fine. I'll use Lyria. She could use some extra love anyway. And this way, I can kind of pretend that didn't happen. Just a little, not a lot. And save both of my soldiers and her MP from what is clearly an idiotic decision on my part. This way, I can go ahead and basically kick the guy's ass in another fashion that is actually, you know, somewhat respective to something that is remotely intelligent on my part. Oh, and this guy's going to be one of those NPCs that, or excuse me, not NPC, he's going to be one of the generals that just outright dies. I'm going to go ahead and advance. And, okay, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because, ha 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 ha. It's nice to actually have the spell when it's not being used against me. I mean, I absolutely, freaking despise that spell so much when I have to fight somebody who has it, because it actually makes things strategic. God damn it, in a strategy game, how dare it? How dare you make me not win with impunity and make me think? Didn't you know that's against the rules of gaming nowadays? Hipster joke. Seriously, voice, what is up with you? Yeah, he's not going to retreat. He's going to wind up dying. He has the same avatar of all of the NPCs who are destined to die. Which also kind of adds to the sort of, I don't want to say metagame, but it does add kind of to like a metagame where you can see certain NPCs and you immediately know that they are not long for this world. Shit, I should have rezzed. Boo Manchu and such things. Okay, this way I'm gonna do this the second time and do this correctly at that. Hopefully. Oh, they have samurai too. Wait, no. I'm dumb. Don't mind me, please. Pretty please. I swear I can think. I think anyway. I think I can think. Regroup. And stand by. This way, when I use Holy Shield, it's not going to murder some of my people in the process. It's going to be holy... Wait a minute, he has the thingy that stops my stuff, right? Shit! He does have the thingy that stops my stuff. That's unfortunate. That is highly unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. Please don't die. Okay, I gotta retreat. Son of a bitch, I really shouldn't have waited on that. Damn it, AI! We had this discussion. You're not allowed to do these things. Shut up. I'm flubbing the shit out of this, aren't I? She has 31 HP. That's not nearly enough to actually siege a castle. Hopefully there's only like 1 or 2 generals in there. Otherwise I'm screwed! It's pretty ballsy to do a special formation with only 2 soldiers left, but I guess at this point he probably knows there's not really much left to do. This being said, of, you know, something that is actually not a self-aware creature, Okay, seriously, Zadai, you're pissing me off. You seriously, like, cheating bastard. You did that way before I had the chance to actually move. So, stop. Basically. Knock it the hell off, please. I don't like it and I don't appreciate it, and you need to just not. Thank you. This is going to take 5,000 years. Okay. Regroup. Stand by. And basically just slowly wait for my power bar to go back up so that way I can basically melt his face and then sit back and drink water, because apparently my throat has decided today that it does not want to work for me. Go figure. Because it's a bastard, but that's... Oh my god, really? That's all that happened? That's all he did? That voice crack was actually entirely unintentional, but it actually conveyed my point quite well of incredulity, because seriously, you did like 10% of his HP. Really? Fuck it, I'll try it again, why not? So I'm just gonna sit back and relax, and you guys should too, waiting for this to be over. This game is trolling the shit out of me today, isn't it? Well, I'm taking my damn drink anyway. Hang on a sec. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard that, but I belched. And it felt great. Alright, mage again. Go, go, gadget. I don't have any spells to use now, so damn well better make it worth it. But seriously, doesn't his avatar kind of look like, you know, Batman the Animated Series era Bruce Wayne, Batman, that kind of, that jawline right there. I keep wanting to hit the trigger button, left 2, to use my, like, my commands when that's not, clearly not what it's supposed to be. Wait a minute. X, Y. Oh, now I know why I'm so intent on pressing that button, because I bound these all retarded like. I remember these things now! I can't really change it mid-game, actually, I've already technically done that. So, let me go ahead and do that. Hang on a second, pulling back the veil, I promise this is not... I am the most professional person to have ever lived, I promise you. This I promise you, whoever the hell sang that .jpeg. Yeah, really trying to keep the veil of, professionalism going on here. I promise you that. Okay, there we go. We're good now. We are good now. This actually feels much more natural than it did before, because apparently I'm functionally retarded and don't remember how the hell I bind my keys. Buttons. Keys. Things. Thingies that you press that make the things go. Whatever the hell you call them. Okay. I will take... I'll take Command. Might as well make him useful. He has more HP anyway. Helga kind of sucks. Usually. I mean, I guess it kind of depends. Ooh, I'm at over 30 minutes. I'm gonna have to cut this soon. Let me go ahead, finish out this battle, and I will swap this. Ooh, I don't know if you heard my stomach rumbling. My tummy was a-grumbling. Hungry mungry, yes it is. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm talking about it like it's a small child and not like my fucking intestines, but sure, why not? Okay, that extremely weird tangent aside, I'm gonna have to cut this after this particular battle is over so that way I may yet... Whoops, no, buttons, man, I didn't even... Okay, that one was just me being retarded. But, come on, kill him dead. You got one guy left. Thank you. Yay! I hit the button I thought it was supposed to hit, and my brain actually responded in a way that made sense, or the exact opposite of that, because English. Really, truly. Outrageous. I'm gonna have to cut this after this one battle, and then resume this turn, in the hopes that I can go ahead, take out the rest of Bozak in one fell swoop, and then start making some major headway into the lands of Highland and Junentown, which again sounds like kind of like sexual innuendo. And hopefully, wow, really? Dude, I just ate like 5 minutes ago, which is more like, you know, an hour and a half ago, because it's, you know, statistically impossible that I ate 5 minutes ago since I was talking here. But let's not talk about, you know, the reality of the situation, shall we? Why am I arguing with my stomach like it's a corporeal thing? Well, it is a corporeal thing. Whatever. English, just... She hit me with her butt. Make her stop. Can we do something about the game so I can get off this really weird tangent, please? Thank you! Oh good, I captured him. Okay. Captured Uni, captured Zatai, killed Tullus, so the only guy left is Rog, which is... Ooh, freaking raw, I guess. Anywho, that concludes this particular episode of As the Tummy Turns, or As the Tummy Tucks. Is that a thing? If it's not, it should be. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.